Hope y'all came ready to talk about gargoyles. We're gonna try to fill out this book. We got a lot of empty pages, but we got a lot of packs too. How's everybody doing? Bindu, welcome in. Dr. Bob. I prepared some gargoyle information. Some fun gargoyle facts. And I was gonna try to play Dark Deception, but friggin' dang thing won't even open up. I'm over here in my task manager, shutting things on, shutting things down. Just getting stuck. We'll see. It might work out. Ginger, welcome in. It's the gargoyle episode. Still have an action figure, homeboy, with the flex wing and all that. I think I might have had like one. I think I had like one Goliath. You know? It wasn't a big show, let's be honest. It wasn't, you know... If we were to tier list like 90s cartoons, in terms of, you know, effectiveness, it was pretty low. What is this? Here we go. Let's get straight to the lo-fi hip-hop. Bring that energy down. Yeah. That looks, that's a little loud. There we go. Jabronis, welcome in. How's everybody doing? We got a tier list to do today. And we got some packs to rip. How was everyone's weekend? What did we get up to? We went to a Jurassic Quest. So, can you top that? Can you beat Jurassic Quest? Gargoyles was on after school every day, grade 4. We didn't have DuckTales, says Dr. Bob. Let's rip one. Let's rip it and stick it. Here we go. BB, welcome in. Yeah, honestly, the fronts of these cards, by the way, game changer. I finally sat down and adjusted my camera's focusing abilities. And now it's just like basically always focused, right? I mean, that's crystal clear. Come on, man. There we go. Then I come down, crystal clear. Go up, crystal clear. Crystal clear. Zonzark, welcome in. I remember watching the Gargoyle movie when I was a kid. Never saw the series. I didn't even know there was a movie. If I'm being real with you. I didn't even know. I'm just gonna ignore the fronts of these, right? It's just not interesting. It's like, okay, these guys are talking. There's like a little gremlin in the back. Whatever. That's actually interesting. I like that. But you need to have like a title card. It needs to say something on the front. If everything's on the back, then why am I even looking at why am I even looking at the front? Strange Booze went to a coffee convention. That sounds a little bit lit. It's a little bit litty. What goes on at a coffee convention? Are we talking like... I went to a chocolate... Was it a convention? It was a chocolate... It was like a school gym filled with chocolate vendors. Is that kind of what you're talking about? A school gym filled with coffee vendors? Or maybe it's like a parking lot with tents, that kind of thing. Owen Burnett supervises a delivery. I wonder if the creator of the cards or series would have pictured you ripping packs in 2023. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say they don't know these exist anymore. As dusk falls across New York Harbor, Owen Burnett and Xanatos security chief supervise an important delivery at the dock. As a large metal crate is lowered safely to the ground, something hurtles through the air and lands near it, emitting a cloud of gas and smoke. Does this really warrant a card? A random scene where there's like they don't even show the gas and smoke. Yeah, these aren't the greatest cards in the world. Those T2 cards are really the best ones we've hit so far. Coffee Con, lots of coffee samples. Like every roaster in the Chicago area had samples and hot coffee and stuff. That's pretty lit. That sounds like a good time. Sounds like my kids would hate it, but it sounds like me and my wife would have loved that. Frozen in stone by day, by night they become heroic flesh and blood creatures clawing their way up skyscrapers and gliding across the dark, mysterious sky. That is so cool. That's a good card. That's card number 1. Logo number 1. Gargoyles. Simple. I would wear a shirt with this. That'd be an awesome shirt. Let's get a few of these into the book. And then we're gonna start on our gargoyle tier list. It might surprise you. I did a little bit of gargoyle research. Did a little bit of expanding my mind on the concept of gargoyle magic. Astral projection could be a topic of the day, you know? This is kind of a monotonous part though, where you just kind of put the cards in the holes, you know? 13, 14, 15. We're gonna finish it though. Maybe not, well, definitely not today. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's definitely not a today thing. 19, 20, 21, 22. Gargoyles, people. I'm old, but does anyone remember that old school B-movie Gargoyles that was awesome? Are we talking Gargoyles cartoon series movie, or is this a standalone IP you're talking about? I need 57, 45, 67, so 56. See, it's not that bad. Let's get a gargoyle up on the board. Where's the board? All right, first gargoyle. Here we go. This is the, It doesn't look great. Oh, Dark Deception finally just worked. And now everything's lagging, isn't it? Oh, geez. Maybe we can't play Dark Deception. It looks like Lag City. We'll give it a shot. Anyway. This isn't super easy to see. What do I do here? I know what I do. I take my tier list and I turn off the blending or whatever. How is it clear like this? And how do I take that off? Filters, that's it. That's not it. It's not filters. It is blending method, no. Blending mode, no. Order, transform. None of these seem to be it. Practical effects gargoyle flick. That does sound pretty interesting. Raise opacity. That's what I'm looking for. But it's not like a slider. It's like a setting that eludes me at the moment. Well, I guess we're stuck this way. That's too bad. You can't see the dang gargoyle. You can pretty much see it. What if I... Dude, I gotta figure this out. Come on. Come on, jabroni. You dweeb. There was a similar idea cartoon about lawn gnomes. Lawn gnome cartoon? Are you talking about the Smurfs? Could that be the Smurfs? I swear, if I wasn't live, I could find this setting in like 2 seconds. But because I'm live, I think there's like a certain stress level that makes you a little bit dumber, honestly. Just a little bit. We gotta figure this out, because the tier list is no good if you can barely see the dang dweebs. Wow. I really can't find it. Yeah, I guess that does it. I guess that does the trick. There's the first Garg. And I'll bring it down. Here we go. Garg number 1. Where is this Garg located? This is in the Biltmore Estate in North Carolina. If I'm being honest, it's not my favorite. I don't like how the actual Garg is like in this alcove. You can't really see him. You might not even notice he's there. And then this guy's just taking a dump. He's just squatting down. It's not a great Garg. I call this D tier Garg because it is a good execution. It's just the placement's bad. The placement's really bad. All these softwares suck now. They really do. Anybody remember the classic show Reboot? Hexadecimal used to haunt my dreams. Is that where they're like inside of a circuit board? How do I open my... I don't know how to do any of my buttons. Which one of these buttons makes Opera open up? That's the one. But I have to get rid of this. There's too many layers. This is too... I've really gone too far. I really need to simplify. Reboot. A 2022 comedy? That can't be it. Canadian animated series? Yeah, dude, this is the show where they're inside the circuit board or whatever. Dude, this show was nuts. My head's in the way, but... Yeah, this was like the weirdest show. This made me so uncomfortable. Reboot was on. I don't think so. I have to say I don't think Reboot was awesome. Captain Planet, also known by his real name William Bilbone, was a league bowler and collected bowling shoes. Hell yeah, dude. Tara, welcome in. Reboot. Maybe we can reboot. What's wrong with that, you know? We don't want to just watch a whole YouTube video about it. But we do have some Gargoyle facts to watch when we get to it. I have way too many layers going on today. I'm gonna get tripped up like 10 times. This is at the Cathedral of Quito in Quito, Ecuador. I probably didn't pronounce that right. I do like this. I like that every segment has a similar bird, but different poses. That takes a lot of dedication to the craft. And I believe these are functional. A functional gargoyle acts as a water displacement feature, kind of an elevated gutter system, if you will. And for me, functionality is really important. And I like the symmetry. I'm going to give this a B. Bad opinion. Oh, no. Ugh, this one's... Yeah, this one's a little wonky. I feel like the guy making this one maybe wasn't very experienced in stone masonry. You can tell he is a functional gargoyle. There's a bit of a spout. You can see the water probably comes through this area here. But it's very ugly. It's undone. It's unfinished. And it's a dirty, sloppy piece of junk. I think it's an E tier. They make a Donkey Kong cartoon. They did make a Donkey Kong cartoon. I remember that. I think that was kind of like the same awkward three-dimensional vibe as Reboot. It was like, hey, we're here to do a 3D show, but the technology's not really there yet. So good luck. Good luck with that. This one, again, a little bit, seems a little unfinished, unpolished. I think he's functional, but he needs a scrub. He needs a wash. This guy is at Chateau d'Amboise in Amboise, France. And I think he needs work. He needs some work done. E tier is really where you go if you need a little work done. Netflix attempted to redo Reboot. It was a terrible live action with teenagers. Ugh. We gotta check that out. Let me just hit all my buttons, hoping one of them is the right one. Come on. There we go. Oh, wait. If I Google Netflix Reboot, I'm gonna get like 500 different shows. I'm gonna put Netflix Reboot. Here we go. Reboot the Guardian Code. Wow, you weren't kidding. I really got to figure out a way to not have my head in the way of the content. The Guardian Code. 4 tech-savvy teens hone their skills as cyber superheroes in a series of secret missions to save the world. That sounds laughably bad. Laughably bad. Oh, so that TV series I saw earlier was Reboot.
Alan Turing High. Only the most tech-progressive school in the city.
I bet we start coding, designing tech right away.
This is my
You gotta code your tech.
The internet is vulnerable. So are the people.
Okay, we got the Unabomber.
It's time to send humanity back to the Dark Ages.
Whoa.
Power outage has swept through the United Kingdom. The cause is unknown.
This is serious. This is serious hacker lore.
Looking for room 0?
Yeah.
So these are the Reboot kids.
Austin?
Gotta walk right into the computer, dude.
What is this place?
Get your green skin and traverse the PCBAs.
Just happened.
Guardians, this is the codec.
We're actually in the internet right now?
Affirmative.
Wow. Who's the target audience here? Because if you're bringing back an old show, right, the target audience has to be people who have like a nostalgic connection to the show, I would assume. But that does not seem to be their strategy here, because it seems very corny, and I think it's a little bit of an oopsie to reboot a show that's nostalgic to adults but for kids, because the kids have no connection. How do you get them into it? A gargoyle in Paisley, Scotland had gotten damaged. The guy who fixed it turned it into a xenomorph from Alien. Do you mean this? Because that's here. And I'll tell you what, automatic S tier, if you ask me. Automatic. Straight to it. Yeah, I hated that. That reboot. Reboot Captain Planet. He's our hero, damn it. He's real to me. He's real to me, damn it. What's next on the Gargoyle list? We have, you know, these ones that shoot out like 90 degrees. I feel like they could have done a little something with that, you know? You can either make it look like creepily shooting out, or you can put a bunch of busyness to kind of hide the 90-degree angle. This guy, not only is he dirty, he needs a scrub. I just don't think there's enough work here. You know, you could have made this a little more interesting for me. It's just like, you know, you had a pipe sticking out of the wall and you put a gargoyle on top. There's no target audience to the reboot show. I feel like there's no target audience to a lot of things on Netflix, which is why they all get canceled like right away. Yeah, this guy doesn't. I think he's E tier. I think E tier is going to be densely populated. That gargoyle straight chilling. There's a lot of them that are straight chilling, dude. You're going to be surprised with how straight chilling some of these are. This is just a little cute guy. He's not functional. There's no water drainage going on here. Technically, if it's a non-functional gargoyle, it's called a grotesque. And he's just a little guy. He looks itty-bitty. I think he's very cute and sweet. But you lose points for the lack of functionality for me. I'll give him a C. See, this is an example of... I got heartburn, dude. Big time. That quesadilla. This is an example of a 90-degree angle gargoyle tastefully at 90 degrees. Gives me, you know, it's creepy that he's basically walking down the wall, and I really love a good despair look on a garg. The more disparaging, the better. I wish I didn't just move everything around like that. I just screwed up everything. There we go. Fixed it already. This guy is really cool to me. I like the despair in his mouth. I like the blue sky of the photographer really helped it out with that blue sky. That one's good. I like that one. It's simple, but I'm into it. Needs larger wings. See, that's the thing. In my research, I've learned not a lot of wing action. I feel like Mans is being harsh on these gargs. That's because I gotta leave room. All right, I got about 50 gargs we're gonna go through. Okay. There's too many gargs. We can't give them all A plus right out of the gate. So this is a 2-for-1. This garg is located at the Cologne Cathedral in Cologne, Germany. You can make fun of me all you want for my pronunciation of that. I like it because on one hand you have what appears to be a bit of a goat man who just has normal little shoes on. He's got normal little old-timey shoes, normal little legs. You keep going up, you notice, okay, that's a weird hand. You keep going up and up. Oh, he's like a goat man. He has a goat's chin. Again, not even real gargoyles. I'm the one that did the research, Bob. Okay? I'll be the judge of what's a real gargoyle. And then he has like his sister or his wife or something over here. Again, normal shoes. What's up with the normal shoes? That's what got me to add this one to the list, is the normal shoes threw me for a loop. And then if you look closely with this gargoyle, you'll notice, is there an arm back here? Bit of an arm coming out of the butt of this garg? Was there perhaps is there a garg on the other side whose arm is going over? What's going on here? I don't know. The mystery intrigued me, and the juxtaposition of the two oddball gargs who have just normal little shoes. I like it. It makes you think. It's, you know, it's an art piece. I love it. Up next, this is a good one. I mean, what is that? Is this a whale? Is it an elephant? My money's on crocodile, except with like a rolled up snout. But not an open mouth. He has what appear to be hippo teeth. Or whale teeth, or something. Whalemer teeth? He gives teeth of a whalemer, nose of a crocodile. I don't know what that's all about. It's in Beijing. It's in China. It's a Chinese gargoyle. They do things a little differently. Again, the intrigue level wins you a B. That's a good one. I like that one. This kind of gives Medusa energy, but I don't think it's meant to. See, this guy's kind of sloppy, you know? There's like a actual gutter going through his chin or something. Needs a brush. He's looking a little mossy. This guy's no good. Boy, that quesadilla wants out. Oh. You know what? It's worse than D. I'm being too generous with the D. Let's bring him down. I'm almost going to give him F. I think he's actually really bad. And that one's at the Magdalen College, Oxford, England. One more, then we'll rip some packs. Yeah. There could be functionality here. There's possibly functionality. I feel like you'd see a little bit more erosion on this lip here if there was functionality. There's a bit of a disparity in his face and the way he's pulling the cheeks down, which I like. But overall, this is I don't want to say it's an amateur attempt, but let's be honest, it is. It's just not a great one. I'm sorry. You got to go down here. I wonder if we're going to be able to fit all the gargs. I doubt it. The moss adds character at times. At times, the moss adds character. Right now, I think we should open some packs, and maybe we can learn some gargoyle facts. I prepared a couple of videos that I think will help. First of all, we have some real gargoyle sightings. Warning. This does not seek to offend or humiliate anyone. These are live gargoyle sightings. Did you see that? Whoa, whoa. That's literally from like a movie, right? That's got to be a scene from a movie. We saw that one already. 3. Now that's good evidence. That's damning. Oh boy. What was that? That's a gargoyle. Okay, that's a gargoyle. I'm a believer. Ah, that was too quick. That was way too fast. Can't really tell what that was. Some of these are too quick. I want to see the whole footage. Here it comes. Why would it be out in broad daylight? I think gargoyles are smarter than that. That one was a hoax. This one looks real. I believe that one. That's a stork. That's like a heron. That's a gray heron or whatever. Yeah. They were a little quick. Quick footage. Real quick footage. But you be the judge, you know? I think some of those are pretty believable.
Jalapeno, you're still alive!
So in my research, I learned that gargoyles like jalapenos.
I love jalapenos.
Keep the jar.
Thanks.
Wow.
I think I could get used to living.
Imagine visiting someone's home and they send you home with a jar of jalapenos.
Yeah, keep the jar.
That jar traded hands 2 times. One bite, one swallow. Jalapeno! Wow, that's a good scene. That's artistic. That's artful.
Jalapeno, you're still alive!
Jalapeno.
Also, they start using it as like an expletive. Oh, jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Oh, jalapeno.
Jalapeno!
Wow.
Jalapeno, do I have a headache?
Jalapenos are really ingrained in their psyche at this point.
Jalapeno. Forgive me, lad.
Oh, jalapeno.
Helicopter's annoying.
What an annoying helicopter. Oh, jalapeno. Let's rip a few. What are we waiting for? I guess I put these in the binder on my own time, right? This is no fun. You don't want to watch me sleeve stuff. Let's just rip them and dip them, and I'll just binder them up later. You know. Gargoyle's 1972 TV movie. Oh yeah, music. You gotta keep the dead air from encroaching. I think we have this guy. Elisa confronts Drakon. Yeah, a lot of these cards are just not, like, who cares? It's a bunch of dweebs in an office. Where's the action shots? You gotta put action shots on cards, man. It's very important. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, we've seen this. This is the Lois Lane situation. Goliath learns about the city. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Anthony Drakon. New York City's rising mob boss, Anthony Drakon, is the only one with enough guts to take on Xanatos. Tony has major confidence in himself, and a major attitude too. He's ruthless, cunning, and not afraid to get his hands dirty. Very dirty. Jalapeno. We'll sleeve that up right away. Get that graded. Jalapeno. This is very underwhelming too, when you get a card and you're like, oh, that looks interesting. There's like a castle on top of like a sky rise or whatever. You flip it over and it's like 1/9 of a puzzle. Great. Fun. Moving on. Again, 1/9 of a puzzle. On both sides, 1/9 of a puzzle. So this is like... This is 1/18 of a puzzle or whatever. Whatever the ratio is. I did not do well in the 5th grade with reducing fractions. That was about when I dropped off. That was about when I realized, you know what, school is just something I have to get through. Not necessarily gonna do well. Gonna just kind of get through it. Again, what is with the 1/18 of a puzzle? That is so boring. And how many of these cards are just going to be Goliath and Lois Lane? Eliza discovers gargoyles. Making her way to the top of the castle to investigate, Elisa discovers the gargoyles. Frightened by what she sees, Eliza steps back on a ledge, tumbles, then falls. As she plummets, 100 stories straight down, Goliath glides down and saves her. So it's a bit of a Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy situation, except he actually saves her. That's cool. Jalapeno. Okay, character card. Elisa Maza. New York City police detective Elisa Maza won't accept things at face value. That's why Elisa gets along with Goliath. She sees the honorable individual and not the monster. Elisa can take care of herself, but sometimes she's impulsive and takes chances. Somehow, through her own wits or the Gargoyle's help, Eliza manages to land on her feet. She's giving Belle from Beauty and the Beast a little bit, you know? Sees the heart of the monster within. Jalapeno is the only decent tin of the flavored KOs. Have I had jalapeno? I'm not sure. I always steered away from KO just because it was like fully tapped by Matt. Like I just didn't need to. Nobody needed the jabroni perspective because Matt already did like 15 videos of KO, and that's okay. From his prison cell, Xanatos plots to test the gargoyles against another opponent. With the help of his assistant Owen Burnett, Xanatos takes his first step. The creation of a media sensation known as the Pack. Fox, wolf, jackal, hyena, and dingo, who become heroes of their own television show. So why isn't this picture, this way more interesting picture on the front? If this was a character card, sure. But this is terrible for just a normal card. Dr. Bob thinks Mediterranean and black pepper are bomb too. Honestly, I bet they're all good. I've had a couple of KOs. Sometimes I get them in some. Sometimes I'll get them from RTG, like somebody else will send them to me or something. This is awesome. This is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of thing I want to see. The only thing I think it's missing is some kind of a border. Borders are really important. Borders really bring the room together. Is there an actual definition of what a gargoyle is? I'm glad you asked. Let's do some research. Because there's definitely research out there. And this guy did the research for us. So let's give it a listen.
All right, peace of the family, peace of the tribe. This is your brother Yusuf, and I'm back with another video.
Brother Yusuf.
All right. And today, family, we're going to talk about gargoyles.
Gargoyles.
Okay, I think this is an important topic.
It's a very important
if you guys
topic.
Deal with magic. The majority of you do. Hopefully, if you watch the channel, you deal with magic. You know. And I want to talk about gargoyles, my experience with them, and does this stuff really work as far as gargoyles go?
Does this stuff really work as far as gargoyles go?
Okay, we're going to talk about that, family. Before I start the video, I was astral projecting, so I was coming back to my house. You know, I was
astral
flying around
projecting.
stuff, and I appeared back in front of my house, and as soon as I got to the ground, this thing ran around the corner from my driveway.
Okay, so he's astral projecting. He flies home. Do we all know what astral projecting is? What is astral projecting? The basics of astral projection. The CIA's secret method for astral projection. Wow, there's a lot of astral projection content out there. Here we go. Here we go. This looks promising. Astral travel. Here we go. Oh. Here he goes. He's exiting his body. His mortal form. Are we flying? Are we flying around? When do the gargoyles enter the picture? Is this what you? Is this all you do? Is you're just in your house separately? Your body stays.
Astral projection and out-of-body experiences are indeed within the Holy Bible. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2, the Apostle Paul says that he knew a man who went and visited the third heaven. And
the third
the
heaven.
encounter was so surreal that he doesn't even know if he took his body with him or if his spirit went there by itself.
So dude was high. Dude was super high. And that's what astral projection is. It's some new age leaving the body BS. It's some TikTok BS.
And I
don't know. Not according to this guy.
I heard something running around the corner from my driveway, and I looked over at it, and it looked like the thing from Lord of the Rings. Whoever see Lord of the Rings, the little ugly creature, I think his name was...
Wait, so this dude has a channel called New Life Tools with 80,000 subscribers about magic. And he doesn't know the name of Smeagol? I'm supposed to believe you don't know Smeagol, dude? You're pretending like Smeagol's new information to you?
Smeagol or
there you go.
Golem or something like that. But
yeah, you know what it is.
Troll looking thing. That's what it looked like, right? And immediately I jumped back like, oh shit, I went to go.
Hey, whoa!
Because it caught me off guard.
Whoa, astral projection gargoyle.
Right? So I turned around, I looked at it, and I kind of stepped back. And when I did that, it's almost like it knew that it startled me. And it sat back and sat down like a dog would sit down. It sat just like that.
Okay.
And it turned into
stone.
It's
friendly.
And when it turned into stone, it looked just like the gargoyle. I have a small gargoyle near my front porch. If you don't even look for it, you won't even see it. But it turned into the actual stone of the gargoyle.
As if I'm going by his house every day. I'm not looking for it, but it's there. Okay? If I look for it, I'll see it. And I'm going by every day.
On my enclosed porch, right? And
okay.
It blew me away. I knew that they were there for protection, but I've never seen it come out like that, right? So it was almost like it was just checking to see who was there. So
yeah, so that's what it All right, let's see. Let's check these timestamps. What are gargoyles? So that's perfect. We're almost there.
I'm telling y'all, this stuff works, right? And I remember maybe a few times flying away from my house, I would actually see like shadowy figures around my house as I flew away. And I understand now that these were actually the energy of the gargoyles, okay?
Okay. He flies away.
Everything is not a gargoyle, but that's the main term.
He flies away. He astral projects, soars away from his house. He looks down at his house. Gargoyles running around. They know he's astral projecting. Okay, $15 for a 2-pack. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll protect my home for $15. I mean, that's the cheapest insurance I can think of. Word. That's what a gargoyle is. That's to answer, who asked? Who asked what a gargoyle really is? Who was it? One of you really wanted to know. And now you know. Now you have all the information you needed about gargoyles. Figure out my windows. There we go. Nope. There we go. What's the next garg on the list? Next we have the Marble Church gargoyle in where is this? In Wales. Yeah. Again, I mean, this is better than some of the ones that are like less intricate. And you can definitely see it's functional. You see the drain pipe shooting right out of its mouth. I don't know. It just doesn't wow me, you know? It's okay. It's better than being dirty, but it's just okay. This guy, this is crap, right? I mean, he's like, they didn't finish it. It's just a solid piece of nothing with a mouth on it. And it's filthy. That's F tier. That's easy F tier. Yeah, that was for Brennan. I hope you learned something, buddy. Next on the Gargoyle tier list, if I can get it to work. Here we go. Photoshop's a little tricky, you know? This one I like. Again, I got something about the ones where all the Gargs are like of the same vein. And it's like they're all a single piece, you know? They're a single art piece, art installation. That little dude might also be very deteriorated. But here's the thing. Yeah, this little dude is probably... Oh, no. This little dude... I can't resize it now. I don't know how to use this. The little dude, you're right, is probably deteriorated, but all of these are old. All of these things are super old, you know? So how come... I mean, maybe it's because of the weather. Some of them could be more deteriorated than others. But, you know, it's like fine art. It can be restored. It can be kept up, you know? I'm gonna give this one C just because we can't really see the detail. But I like the unit, you know? I like the added... I like the quantity. The quantity of like-minded Gargs in one setting is nice to me. This guy, again, he's another 90-degree type guy. But if I'm honest, this dude is really chiseled. This dude is angular. This dude is brutalist. I'm feeling this guy's vibes. And I believe he's even functional. He's kind of an A to me. Yeah, he's an A. And that guy's from the Natural History Museum in London, so... That's a point of interest, you know? Here we have two... This is two Gargs melded into one, which is a lot of fun. I think we've got like a traditional Garg melded with what looks like to be a female figure. I don't know. Some places have more acid rain problems than others. That's actually probably... Well... Isn't acid rain caused by industrial pollution, though? And when is industrial pollution nearby gargoyles? I guess it's possible. I don't know. Where was that super gross one was from Portugal? I don't know. What kind of industry do they have going on in Portugal? That's something to look into. We could learn about Portugal acid rain scenarios. How did this happen? Why isn't this guy on top? There we go. This guy I like because he's classic. And again, I can't resize it. I screwed it up. This guy is classic. And he's overlooking Paris. The whole of Paris. You can see the Eiffel Tower right here, see? He's not only is he protecting whatever church, Notre Dame, I feel like he's kind of protecting, he's using his magic energy to protect everyone in Paris. So that's really cool. I think that transcends functionality. That's a whole new type of functionality. Oh yeah, this is aesthetic. The angle, the photo angle here is really interesting. I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing, what angle I'm seeing this from. But again, the synergy of the multiple identical ones really does something for me. I don't know what it is, but I'm into it. I like the synergy. That's a B. That's B-level synergy. The other problem I know with anything historical is that they probably weren't allowed to or knew how to maintain or preserve them. That's true. There's a pretty classic example of that. This is funny. This will get you going. Terrible art restoration. I learned about this in school. Look at how bad this is. This is real. Somebody was tasked with restoring this on the left, and they're like, got it. Got it, boss. I can nail that. And this on the right is what he came back with. Because literally when you restore this stuff, you use like different types of like acids and stuff to peel away the layers of like grime and smoke and whatever. And then anything you take off that you wanted to keep, you literally have to repaint it. Like art restoration is literally painting on. Like if you were to restore the Mona Lisa, you'd be painting on it. And this guy didn't know how to paint, obviously. It's real bad. This lady's not happy about it. The fresco painting of Jesus, originally done by Elias Garcia Martinez, was restored in 2012. The painting was on display in a cathedral in a small town in Spain, but it started to peel, leaving Jesus looking a little patchy in places. A local 81-year-old woman, Cecilia Jimenez, volunteered to restore the painting to its former glory. As you can see, things got out of hand quickly. In an interesting turn of events, however, the failed restoration ended up bringing tens of thousands of tourists to the cathedral to witness the now infamous painting. The church leaned into their newfound popularity, even selling mugs, t-shirts, and other items bearing the image of the botched Jesus. With the extra money this painting brings in, the church is able to fund a home for senior citizens. So it's a good story in the end. Everything worked out. That's awesome, though. I love that. I love how janky that got. We're back to Notre Dame already. This one's at the same Notre Dame. I mean, is it any surprise that Notre Dame gargs are like pretty nice? They're pretty good gargs. I like the veil on this guy. These are obviously not functional, but it's like a bird creature with a veil on its head. It's pretty cool. Artistically, I really like this one. I'm giving him B. Portugal has the sardine industry, but can't imagine they produce too much pollution. Yeah. That's my guess too. Keep in mind, the River Thames in London wasn't clean until very recently in history. So yeah, cities where cathedrals have pollution problems. Is it Thames? I feel like I've heard it called Thames. Thames? The Thames? Yeah, but that is I knew about that. That's like the dirtiest river ever. There was somebody there's a comedian who talks about how he swam across it and that's how he got diabetes. Can we guess where this one is before I say? Not Portugal. This one's in France, right next to all those other Notre Dame ones. Yep. This dirty, janky piece of junk, Notre Dame too, alongside these beautiful chiseled ones. That makes me feel like the type of stone used could be a factor. Maybe that's a loose, craggy stone. Old varnish was trash. I've seen lots of restoration videos where they have to take crappy varnish and paint touch-ups and revarnish it. Yeah. There was this whole, like, when I was in school, I had to do like a whole research thing about like the argument for or against restoration. Because when you restore something, you really do. I mean, you keep it alive for future generations to see it, but you kind of redo it. You know, like in a lot of cases, it's more yours now than it is Da Vinci or whoever made the original one. Which is kind of cool. I kind of like the idea of restoring something Da Vinci made and being like, yeah, me and the what do people call him? Me and Da Vinci collabed on that joint. Here we go. I'll figure this out. I'll get another one in here. Here we go. Love it. Love it. Love it. This is like the classic gargoyle. He's like a griffin almost. Head of a lion, maybe. Wings of a bat. I love sculptures with what appear to be cloth on it. So much talent involved in that. Dude, totally. That's really mind-bending. There's a lot of those here in Boston. There's a... this guy's getting... Actually, I really want to give him S. Yeah, I'll give him S. I love this one. In the MFA in Boston, there's like a whole wing of Greek, Roman era sculptures, and they're all very... a lot of them have like the clothing that are like just draped on the skin. It looks like so realistic. It's crazy. This is a cool one. I just feel like it's unfinished. I like the head. The body is just a jumbled mess. Yeah, this guy doesn't really do it for me too much. This is this one's in Barcelona. Another Spanish peninsula. He's just kind of cool. I'll give him a D. By the way, this super cool guy. Come on now. Come on now. You can do this. Here he goes. This super cool guy. Atlanta. The best one so far is in Atlanta. That's interesting. I find that to be peculiar. I would expect it to be in France or something of that nature. This one I love. It's like an old-timey medieval dude with a head wrap. There's a snake coiling around his body, biting him in the neck. Perched atop weird hind legs with the talons of an eagle. Imagine this was a real thing, a real guy. It's that is just fascinating to me. B tier. I'm sure rivers in China and India would give the Thames a run for its money. Dude, I bet there's rivers in the US. I bet Flint, Michigan has a river you don't want to go in. More than likely. That's just my guess. Let's rip and dip. We're gonna kill these packs. And then we're gonna kill this tier list. There's not much left. And we're gonna try to play a game. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Because I do believe it was built on the Unity engine. What is this card? What is this crop? You can just see a hint of her lip? Who cropped this? I believe the game I have was built on the Unity engine, which was the engine that crashed my entire streaming setup like 15 times before. Demona pretends love. Pretending love, Demona is really Goliath's betrayer. She is out to destroy humankind for what they did to the Gargoyles, and has even joined forces with the Xanatos, criminal mastermind and a human, to help her cause. Demona persuades Goliath and the Gargoyles to join her in retrieving Xanatos' discs. Not knowing Demona's true motives, Goliath and the other Gargoyles agree. Maybe that's why the super zoom crop, because you're supposed to think about like what's going on in her head rather than what's on her face, because she's a double agent. Could be. That could be what it is. Sleeve that up, because I think that's the first one of those we've gotten. Lexington. Everybody knows the famous gargoyle Lexington. Driven by curiosity, Lexington creates weaponry from the old things he finds in the streets. Lexington is mesmerized by 20th century inventions, computers, TVs, and video games, and is even more fascinated with taking things apart to see how they work. One problem? He often doesn't take time to put the gadgets back together. I like Lexington. Lexington is a Garg after my own heart. I took stuff apart as a kid, too. Took apart a VHS one time. I don't know if I was supposed to. I can't remember if that was a good or a bad thing in the household. But I do remember taking apart a VHS player all the way down to the bolts and nuts. Down to the nitty-gritty. This guy is very beak heavy. I believe that's Brooklyn and Demona. Demona deceives Brooklyn, number 41. After his experience with bikers and a tour with Demona around the city witnessing human crime, Brooklyn is persuaded by her argument, so he steals the Grimorium Arcanorium. Dude, the names of things in this show is chaos. The ancient magic spellbook from the castle. Demona plans to use it to lure Goliath to her. Then she will try once again to make him see the truth about humans. I like Brooklyn. I think well, I don't know. I did just learn a lot about Lexington. I liked that. But Brooklyn, I'm a big fan of his vibe. This is Brooklyn, I believe. Yeah. That's a nice belt buckle on Goliath. I'm into that. He's very cowboy-esque. Goliath vows revenge. Goliath and Hudson learn that only 4 other gargoyles have survived. Even Goliath's great love seemed to have been destroyed by Hakon. Goliath and Hudson also discover they were betrayed and that the humans have all been led away in chains. Filled with rage, Goliath vows revenge. So Goliath is kind of like the Optimus Prime of gargoyles. He wants things to go well with humans, you know? I took apart a disposable camera when I was a kid and got a real good shock. Really? The battery inside of a disposable camera was strong enough to shock you? That's interesting. Lexington greets the pack. See, the pack are very interesting looking. Why did I get a picture of Lexington crawling on some concrete slabs? When we could have had the pack. We could have had Lexington and the pack in the same photo, right? When the show ends, Brooklyn and Broadway leave, but Lexington sticks around until the audience clears so he can meet his heroes in person. So I guess they're named after the streets in New York. I don't know why it took me so long to pick up on that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 9 more. I'm inclined to open 2 more now. We'll say 1 more now. We'll have 8 left. Maybe we get to them, maybe we don't, you know? Well, we're halfway through already. We gotta try to get to Dark Deception. So we'll come back to some more cards if we have time. Uh-oh, straight to the repeat. And another repeat. And another repeat. And another repeat. Okay, here's a new one. Hudson. So this guy must be overlooking the Hudson River or whatever, you know? Are the characters from the TV series based on real famous gargoyles? There was a show, Mummies Alive, and those were based on real pharaohs, so I'm wondering if they are real statues. Dude, that's a good question, and I'm gonna haul everything to find the answer to that, because I'm equally interested. Gargoyles TV show based on real gargoyles? Question mark? Let's see. Let's just hit up the Wikipedia, you know? Let's just go easy on ourselves. Premise. 1,000 years ago, superstition and the sword ruled. It was a time of darkness. It was a world of fear. It was the age of gargoyles. Stone by day, warriors by night, we were betrayed by the humans we had sworn to protect. Frozen in stone by a magic spell for 1,000 years. Now, here in Manhattan, the spell is broken and we live again. We are defenders of the night. We are gargoyles. Holy jalapeno. A lot of episodes. Season 1, 13 episodes. Season 2, 52 episodes. Season 3, back to 13 episodes. It must have really died down in season 3. I don't see anything relating to like real life gargs. Whoa, that's cool. That's cool. That's a hardcore Garg cosplay, and this must be the voice actress of Demona. Yeah, I don't think they're based on real ones. There's nothing in here. Nothing in here about like real history. It's all just Garg. Garg on top of Garg. Hudson. Once clan leader, veteran Hudson now acts as Goliath's advisor. He may have passed his warrior's prime, but in battle, Hudson is as fierce as ever. The least adaptable of the gargoyles, Hudson struggles to understand modern life and finds he can learn what he needs to know from a chair in front of a TV with a remote control. So he's an old man. He's a boomer. He's a boomgoyle. Word up to the boomgoyles. All right, this whole pack was dupes, so we'll do one more. We'll jump into another one, then we'll kill this tier list and play some Dark Deception. That's new. Brooklyn with a ancient scroll. Oh, dupe. A good dupe, though. That's a good one to have a dupe of. Oh, I remember this. There was like an animatronic gargoyle. Oh, here. This is what I've been waiting for. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. The Pack character card. The Pack is a martial arts clan who battle evil ninjas on television. When they're not acting on TV, they moonlight as mercenaries. The Pack is led by Fox, a woman martial arts expert, and her thugs, Wolf, the strong man, brother and sister twins, Jackal and Hyena, and Dingo, an Australian weapons master. Could anyone possibly guess who's who? I don't think I could. Oh, we gotta sleeve this. The Pack. Goliath versus the Xanatos robot. Goliath uses his mighty warrior strength to fight his metal imposter. Little does he know that it's Xanatos inside robot armor. Whoa! That's cool, and that's a bit of a flex that he modeled it after himself, after Goliath, you know. Like, he designed robot armor, and he's like, how do I want it to look identical to my mortal enemy? I like that, though. It's like a head game. The name Lexington made me think it was based off of real gargoyle locations. Just an odd name choice. I think it's intended to be like just streets. Just like different streets in New York. Xanatos tricks the gargoyles. All 3 discs are turned over to Xanatos. What are these discs that we keep hearing of? But then Alicia tells Goliath that the discs were never stolen from Xanatos in the first place. Both commando attacks were staged by Xanatos to trick the gargoyles into stealing discs from his competitor. Dude, discs are important. The all-important disc. Ooh, that's a tight sleeve. That one was a tight fit. Some, you know, not every sleeve is created equal. Brooklyn's cool. I like the color scheme, the red and white color scheme. And he reminds me of that dude from Marvel vs. Capcom. Who was that? I gotta find out. Let's read this, then we'll find out. Brooklyn breaks the spell. Demona again orders Goliath to attack Brooklyn, but he does nothing. Brooklyn is in control now because Goliath will obey whoever holds the spell. Brooklyn orders Goliath to attack Demona, but she manages to escape. In the end, Brooklyn recovers the book and with Elisa's help, breaks Goliath's spell. You know what's crazy? I was looking for Gargoyle video games. Next week, the Gargoyle video game comes out. Literally next week. What are the odds of that? I would pick some like super niche stream topic. And an actual game is coming out next week. I should have just waited. Let's who was the guy from Marvel vs. Capcom? I gotta know. The Gargoyle. Oh, he's from Ghouls and Goblins. Marvel vs. Capcom. Ghouls and Goblins. This guy, Firebrand. That's basically Brooklyn, right? What other, do we have any more information to learn? We have a little bit more information. This is AI-generated information. History and mythology. 76 subscribers, 387 views.
Today I am telling you about gargoyles. Have you ever felt like someone was watching you? Maybe you're wandering around the streets of New York City, enjoying a gorgeous day looking at the many beautiful examples of architecture all around you. But you just can't shake the feeling that there are eyes following you wherever you go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because there are gargoyles around. If you look up, you might be able to spot some intriguing stone creatures perched atop the roofs of old...
You know, there was a gargoyle in basic training. They had owl gargoyles to keep the pigeons away. It didn't work. There were still pigeons everywhere.
Buildings. You may be wondering what these creatures are and why they're there. Gargoyles are carved stone creatures known as grotesques. Often made of granite, they serve an important purpose in architecture. Other than providing interesting decoration for buildings, they contain spouts that direct water away from the sides of buildings. Like modern gutter systems you might see on houses or...
You know, you judge a book by the cover, you hear the AI text or the AI audio, you see 76 subscribers, no views, you think, you know, you see this, he types out, to buy Gargoyle's statue, he spells statue, S-T-A-C-H-U. You expect garbage, but this is the best gargoyle video we've come across.
Or newer buildings, gargoyles prevent rainwater from running down stone walls, eroding the mortar that holds a building together. Architects often designed buildings with multiple gargoyles to direct...
You know what, though? Is this just the Wikipedia entry read by an AI?
Direct the flow of rainwater. Many gargoyles feature troughs cut into their backs to catch water. The water that's caught is usually directed out of
That's a cool one.
Of the creature.
Big stork.
Gargoyles usually have an odd, elongated shape, because their length determines how far from the building's walls the rainwater is deposited.
See, that's important. It needs to be far out. It needs to not just be like a weird guy up against the wall. It needs to jut out from the wall to be functional.
The word gargoyle comes from the French word gargouille, which means throat or gullet. This probably comes from the gurgling sound of the water as it passes through the gargoyle and out its mouth.
I'd love to hear
Some
that.
legends hold that gargoyles also protect against harmful spirits. Gargoyles have been used for hundreds of years. Ancient Egyptians usually created gargoyles in the shape of a lion's head. Other popular animals.
I think I just recognized that song as being from Kingdom Hearts or something. So we just got claimed.
Gargoyles were dogs, wolves, eagles, snakes, goats, and monkeys.
Keith, welcome in.
Many other types of creatures have.
That's a great one, by the way. This is, what is this depicting? He's eating. If this is man, what was it called? It's like Jupiter eating his son or something. Saturn devouring his son. Classic. You gotta figure out a way to get my head out of the way of stuff, you know? Classic. That's basically the Garg we're looking at here. I feel like that's, I feel like those are, well, not you again. I feel like that's involved in the...
For example, some gargoyles are humans.
Thought process there.
While others are combinations of humans and animals. Unusual animal combinations are sometimes called chimeras. Some popular...
Had 2 margaritas at dinner today.
Chimeras include griffins, centaurs, harpies, and mermaids. Some of the most famous gargoyles in the world sit atop cathedrals, such as Notre Dame in Paris.
Many at Notre Dame.
Some experts believe they were popular on churches because of the widespread belief that they protected against evil spirits. After the 18th century, gargoyles became much less common as more modern drainpipes were developed. Occasionally, some buildings would still be built with gargoyles, but they often became more decorative than functional. If you like our channel, please like, comment.
That was the most educational. But I honestly think it was just an AI reading the Wikipedia entry, so. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's finish our tier list. Let's do it. We're pretty close to being done, anyway. Gotta have the music, though. That's critical. The name Lexington... Oh, read that one. Super Ghouls and Goblins was annoyingly difficult. Dude, that's like, I think, according to the Angry Video Game Nerd, I think that's like one of the hardest games like ever made. When I see a small channel, I go, sweet, getting in on the ground floor. Yeah, that's the right attitude. That's how all you guys are. You're all ground floor participants. Here we go. Here's the next Garg. This guy I love, just because he's a weirdo, you know? Definitely not functional. Let's be honest. He's a little bit phallic, right? Isn't that the first thing you thought? This guy's in Ottawa. Bob, you could go check this guy out. Go get a selfie with him. Put it in the Discord. I'll make you mod for a week if you do that. I miss drinking. Drew, welcome in. Me too. Every time I don't have a drink, I miss drinking. That's not a good attitude to have. This guy... it's giving Iron Eagle. It's giving... brutalist Nazism architecture. We're gonna go F tier. You know, it's too close. It's too close to unsavory imagery. Oh. If the Dark Knight was a gargoyle. Look at how cool that is. The shadowing. Oh, I love this one. It's definitely not functional. But I would feel highly protected if this guy was there. I like that one a lot. We've got about 15 left. See, somebody said earlier that the moss adds character. I agree in this case. This is a well-chiseled lion. You can see it's wet on the underside. Maybe it just rained recently or whatever. Or maybe this is the drippings from the water that comes out of its mouth or something, some splashback. But it almost gives you fresh kill vibes. Like it just ate an antelope. And then this isn't moss, this is the blood of its prey. I'm a big fan of that one. I'm giving it A tier. Love that one. That one's in Reims, France. The Reims Cathedral. Here we go back to Spain. You know what? Good for the Spain we've seen so far. But I can't really tell where the anatomy is. I can't tell what's going on here. Those are some nice wings. Those are pretty good wings. I don't know. I just feel like if I was down looking up at wherever this is, I'd be like, what is that? What am I actually looking at here? So I'm gonna give that guy a C, because I do think it's well done. I just think, you know what? I think it's worse than C. I think it's a D. It's not a terrible one, but I just can't tell what I'm looking at, you know, and that's important. This is great because this is what I believe. I believe this is called. I think it's an Australian animal. Right? What is this called? Somebody clue me in on this thing. I just saw one. I literally saw one like 4 days ago. In person. It's got a weird name, like it's a night Jimmy, you know? I can't remember, but I love these things because they're in Dark Souls. There's a thing in Dark Souls made after this where it spits out like a cloud that turns you to stone, and it's like the creepiest thing ever. I like that. That's a good one. His friend, not so much. But I do like the despair in his eyes. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a nice Corinthian column with no, it's not a sloth. It's got, I'm telling you, it's got like a weird name. It's like a night dweller, a night terror. I'll never remember it. Maybe we'll remember later. Anyway, I like it, and I think it is an A tier little fella. It's a cute little fella. Okay, this one, depending on who you are. No, not a lemur. We gotta figure this out, don't we? It's got big eyes. Nocturnal animal with big eyes. That's it. What's it called? None of these say what it's called. How exhausting is that? I have to like do some real research here. That's not what I call it. I guess that doesn't matter. Maybe that's not what I'm thinking about. 15 cute animals with big eyes. Owls. Galago. This is probably it, honestly. A tarsier. Lemur. Lemur's close. That was a good guess. Leaf-tailed gecko. That's creepy. Kinkajou. It's a kinkajou. I think that's what it is. It's a kinkajou. Search. Still learning how to use this browser. Right? That looks like what it is. A kinkajou. And now if we go back to the kinkajou gargoyle. I really gotta get better at this. This is wild. Control Z, Z. Control Z. Oh no, I went too far. Redo place embedded smart object. Shift Control Z. We just gotta bring a new one in. Here we go. I think that's a kinkajou. And I could be wrong. If we did some research, we might learn what it actually is, but it looks like a kinkajou to me. And I like that. I love a good kinkajou. Now this thing. Beauty truly is in the eye of the beholder. Sugar glider is a good guess. It does give sugar glider energy. This is like the type of thing you would see if you're like visiting a town, like a seaport town. You got an Airbnb and like 3 houses down, there's a front lawn filled with metal art. You know what I mean? Metal. There's a metal worker just putting scrap stuff together and making weird animals. This is that energy. This is scrap metal art energy. Personally, I don't like it. You see way too much of the actual gutter in there. It's almost like, why even bother to try to dress it up? But I know that someone out there is gonna love that. I give this E, personally. That's at St. Nicholas in Germany. I wouldn't expect that to be Germany. I would expect that to be like South Carolina. This is at the University of Sydney in Australia. These are non-functional. These are grotesques. I can't tell what this one is at all. I don't know. I can't really tell what's going on here. This one, you can see that there's like a baby one clenching on to the underbelly of this garg. That detail I like. That's a cute detail. You get points for that cute detail. But not a lot of points. You still get D. D for cuteness. E without the cuteness. And that was in Sydney. This next one is in the University of Washington in Seattle, Washington. Boring. Functionality is there. The moss is an additive feature here. But it's just like, if you're not going to do anything too incredibly interesting, just make a normal gutter, you know? It's like, what are you doing? You're wasting everybody's time by only putting a little bit of effort into that. So close. This one's wonderful. This is a big old toad. He's got so much water. He has to hold his mouth. He has to hold open. This could be the thumbnail, actually. Yeah, well, actually, I have to bring this lower because the logo. Here we go. That's a thumbnail. Here we go. Here we go. This is the real thumbnail. Yeah, that's a thumbnail, all right. That's a nice one. Yeah, that's a good frog. I like that frog. I give this frog as many points as a frog could possibly be awarded, which is, of course, the honor of S tier. That's a beautiful, functional frog, highly detailed, a job well done at the Washington National Cathedral. Wow, we have 4 in a row from Washington National. Here's number 3. And I like it. I think it's good. I can't really tell what's going on. There's a lot of fingers, a lot of toes, a lot of muscles. I do like it for its high detail and functionality. I don't love it though. C tier. Washington National again. What are you guys doing with this one? What are you thinking? He's got a big pot belly, a pan flute. So this is what you would call a what's the guy from Hercules? Whatever those things are. The guy that trained Hercules, Danny DeVito. This is a Danny DeVito Garg. And simply because C tier is looking a little lonely, we'll plop him right there. We have 3 more in this folder. There is another folder. Again, anatomy is important, and I can't really tell what I'm looking at here. It's just a little sloppy anatomy-wise. His eyes are covered up. He needs a scrub. E. E tier. Easy. It's an easy decision. Here we go. Here we go with second from the last. This is a grotesque, but it's interesting. This one's interesting because it's like you're scanning the walls of the building or whatever. Oh, do I have my torrenting thing on? Is that why I'm dropping frames? No, I don't. You're scanning the side of a building. You don't see anything crazy. You squint a little. Oh, there's like a lion up there. That's what I like about this guy. He's like a little bit secretive. He's an Easter egg. He's an architectural Easter egg, and that's pretty cool. Architecture needs more Easter eggs. Last but not least, where's this guy? Croatia. I actually like it. It's super simple. It looks like it could be functional. I can't tell. But I really like the angular wing. It's very brutalist. I'm a big fan of the angularity. I'm gonna give him A. We have another folder. This is the folder I called Funny Gargoyles. Things are a little bit different here. There's only a few. We've got the puking guy. Love it. Love the puking guy. I mean, technically they're all puking guys, but when they freeze it right in the middle of a puke, as if they froze it on purpose. When weather causes ice to freeze, causes water to freeze at the opportune moment to look like a permanent puke, I like that. That's cool. This one, I don't know. It appears as though this guy is sort of launching out of this guy's ass. Easy S tier. Easy. Easiest decision in my life. Next we have digging deep. My man's is digging deep, and it hurts. The look on his face. Satyr, that's what it is. That's what Phil is. The look on that agony. That's an A tier. That booger pig agony. Xenomorph we already threw up there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Talk about grotesque. The fattest, ugliest, like Botero-esque Greek statue getting bit on the cheek by a little gremlin. It's just fun, you know? It's just a fun one. You just like the look of it, don't you? A tier, easy. This guy appears to be urinating in a bottle. I resonate with that. I identify with that. Easy S tier. Easiest decision in my life. This guy's like a tortured nerd. A horrifically tortured scribe. He's been murdered and mounted as an ornament. B tier. This guy's got an enormous hog. Just enormous. And I think he's about to do something to this one. Easy S tier. I'm going to start overlapping on the S tier. Easy. Wild lap hog on that guy. This one's just a shitting ass. I mean, instant S tier. Too easy. Too easy. We got just a few more. Autofellatio. We saw this one the other day. Straight to S tier. I'm gonna start overlapping now. Jeez, dog. Yeah, dude. Some of these are wild. Some of these are pretty wild. I can't tell if this guy's sucking on his toe or if he's doing that thing my daughter does where she, like, you know how you'll bite your nails? She does that with her toenails. I feel like his lips are a little bit too puckered to be biting. That's all I'm saying. Let's go B. No, that's C. It's not grotesque enough to, like, be shocking. It's just whatever. This is quite shocking. Also, let it speak for itself. It's very shocking. And it's an easy A tier. Why not S, you might ask? I'm out of room. S is out of room. We got 3 more. Spaceman. Spaceman, grotesque. Interesting. It's not, you know, it's not life-changing or anything. I'll give it a B. It's interesting. I feel like I'd look at it and be like, that's pretty cool. And then I just keep walking. Might buy it on a magnet, you know? This guy is puking his life away. If you look closely, he's on someone's shoulders. He's sitting on somebody's shoulders, looking over, puking his life away. That's pretty cool. I like that. Puking is... You get high points for frozen puke from me. Last gargoyle, ladies and gentlemen. Final gargoyle. And there it is. That's all the gargoyles. That's an S tier for sure. We did it. We tier listed about 50-something gargoyles. Maybe we can do a thumbnail here when now that we have all of them. I'll just do like a gargoyle face. That's what gargoyles do. Save the best for last. Always. We always do. Now let's try this game. Let's be real. I'm gonna be totally real with you. It might not work, and if it doesn't work, that's okay. We can just finish viewfinder. But this could be a tragedy. So it could honestly like break everything. I'm going to start it. Where is it? Game capture. Select Dark Deception. Let's see. Yeah, I'm losing frames already, dude. That's nuts. Why does that happen with this? I'm gonna give it a shot on fixing. Oh, it's so frozen. Oh, it's so frozen. We can do this. 1920 by 1080, windowed, apply. Are we kind of back? Are we dropping frames? That is an important thing to do. Bindu, thank you. This is a great stream. I'm trying to do different stuff, you know? I'm trying to do weird stuff that you might not see elsewhere. You know? That's how you stand out. You tier list some gargoyles. Let's put the graphics on medium across the board. Yeah. Are we good? Are we losing frames? I don't think so. Yeah, looks good. I think we're okay. I think we can give it a shot. Although my mouse I keep losing my mouse. Yeah, it's gone. Alright, we got music. Let's pause our lo-fi. Are we good? I think we're good. I think we're doing it. Alright, this is Dark Deception. We're gonna play for about 30 minutes, I think. This is essentially scary, jump scare Pac-Man. That's all. And my mouse is like not working, so that's great. I have to Alt-tab every time I use my mouse. That's not gonna last. Ballroom. Okay.
The pieces to a powerful ring are hidden in nightmares behind each of these portals. Find them and bring them to me, and you'll get your wish.
Here's a gargoyle.
Fail, and you'll find there are fates far worse than death awaiting you here.
All right, lady. Where's the first one? This is gonna be loud. Let me get this audio. There's no way to adjust the audio. Or the loudness, rather. I have to do it with my sound settings, right? Because this is gonna be nuts. Volume mixer. Applications. Dark Deception. Bring it down to 60%. Because it's gonna be loud.
Clock's ticking.
Clock's ticking. I'm already scared. Who's scared with me? Monkey Business, episode 1. I think there's nine different ones.
What a charming little hotel.
It's almost too quiet now, isn't it? Let's go up to 75. Welcome. Breakfast and murder. Free every day until 10 a.m. Oh, that scared me. That scared the crap out of me. Oh, boy. This is not going to be good. I'm going to lose it. Y'all are going to see a grown man jump out of his seat. It's my turn to use the elevator. Thank you. Nice elevator.
Going up?
These symbols mean nothing. There's one way in and one way out. All right.
Now listen closely. See those floating bits of crystal? Those are soul shards.
Soul shards.
Fragments of human spirit scattered throughout the halls of this little maze. Each crystal is a remnant of one who has met their end here.
Oof.
Gather them all, and the first ring piece will be yours. One more thing. You're not alone. There are monsters in here, and they're looking for you. Here, you'll need this. It can
See, it's just
detect each
Pac-Man.
shard's location.
Literally
It was
Pac-Man.
left by the last guest to disappoint me here. A very clever girl. Just not a very fast.
There's 289 things to collect.
Break those boards and let's get this party started.
Well, we're in it. It's about to go down. It's behind me. I hear it already. It's just a monkey. It's just a big-ass monkey. Oh, I missed that corner. Amateur. It's right behind me. Oh, you start running faster the more crystals you get. That's cool.
Dead already? That's okay. Nobody liked you anyway.
Well, that was intense. You do get to keep your crystals, so that's good. But there's so many. There's still 222 left. That's absurd. It's an absurd number of crystals. I just got unlucky with that one. I just went down the wrong corner. You really got to listen carefully. Right behind me.
Death by monkey.
Good grief.
Oh dear.
How this is impossible. I just had a monkey on both sides. This is impossible. There's so many crystals. There must be more strategy to it than I'm giving it credit for. I'm just running, you know? There must be something else you can do. It's on my tail.
You've gathered half of the shore. I'm impressed.
I've gathered half the shards, she says. Oh, I saw one. I really want to know how many of them there are. Oh, he's right there. He's inches away. I hear his talons. Oh boy. There's like 7 of them. There's got to be like 1 million of them. That was so risky. I can't believe I just did that. I just did a double back maneuver. Oh! No! Run, run, run. Nope, there's definitely one that way. I'm not even looking at my map. I'm just running. Alright, I'm getting better. I think I'm doing better. Getting a little bit better at oh, there's one on both sides, man. That's not cool.
You are dead.
I don't know if this is doable. Is this beatable? It's gotta be. It's gotta be beatable. Let's get a really good run. Let's get a really good run going, and then we can rely on the last checkpoint. I have to wait for this the whole time, every time. The elevator scene. I'll rip a pack while I wait for the elevator. Jabronis, thank you so much for hanging out with me on this odd Gargoyle Halloween sort of themed episode. Save at the checkpoints? Yeah. I think the checkpoint is just like the last time you died. That's pretty cool. The trio. So I think what I need to do is my first 2 lives need to be really strong runs. Really strong. So that way, if I do keep reloading the last checkpoint, there isn't much to do during that time. I really wish I knew how many there were. You know, that's critical.
Now listen closely.
We don't need a tutorial again. I know what to do. I'm just gonna do my best. Dude, they're already right on my tail. How? How am I possibly supposed to... You can make 180-degree turns using the middle mouse button. That doesn't help. Not when you don't have any time to react. Dude, I only got like 20 out of 200 and something. There's too dang many friggin' crystals. I am gonna try to use that middle mouse button strategy, though. Oh, I just used it like a charm. Come on, that's not fair.
Dead already? That's okay. Nobody liked you anyway.
This is too hard. I am enjoying it, though. I guess that's something. I just feel like games need to be, like... I need to be able to feel that they're beatable. That's important to me. All these doors have question marks, and none of them are functional. None of them are functional. I can't believe I did that. It's so risky to do the whole loop-de-loop. You're like guaranteed to make them gain on you. I feel like I got away. I feel like if you really book it, you can get away, kind of. I do think I'm a little faster than them, but they have the advantage of, I feel like they can like teleport, and there's definitely multiples of them.
You've gathered half of the ship. I'm impressed. I would have thought you'd have been shredded by now.
This is a strong run. If my first run was this strong, we'd be fine. If I got down to 100 on run 1,
Here it comes.
we'd be golden. We're under 100. We could do it. I just got stuck on something that... Oh! By the time you see it, it's like over. What are you gonna do? I guess we just have to restart. We'll do one more try. We really need run 1 to be super strong. It's got to be a killer run out the gate.
What a charming little hotel.
What a charming little hotel.
Back any memories?
I'm not that afraid of the monkey, to be honest. It's just the jump scare aspect. Yeah, it really is kind of rigged. You really do be feeling a bit riggy. I just feel like, I don't know. Maybe there's difficulties. Oh, there is. Let's go easy. Why not? You know? I don't care. Do you care? I don't care. Because it does feel rigged. I mean, I feel like I should be able to fight back against the riggediness. Is there a way to walk slower, more stealthy, or is it one speed and you just go for it? That is a wonderful question. I am sprinting constantly. And I wonder if I walk slow, does that matter? Because this is the normal walking speed.
See those floating bits of crystal?
There's no crouching.
Those are soul shards. Fragments of human...
But I wonder, will walking do anything? Let's try on our 3rd life. I don't want to be like doing great and then I waste an early life, you know? Already had to turn around. Already had to adjust my trajectory. Oh, that scares me, man. Every time I get those, like, notifications, that's almost a jump scare of its own. That was so risky. Oh. He tried to cut me off. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Death by monkey? Oh, dear.
Death by monkey. How embarrassing. If I'm honest, though, horror game? I don't know. I don't know if I'd call it a horror game. It feels like more of a suspense game to me. I feel heavily suspensed. And then jump scares, you know, they're scary for a second. But then it goes away, right away. And the sort of tone of the game is not really scary. They just be getting you with them around the corner jumps. I don't really feel like this is easier either. I feel like nothing changed by changing it to easy mode. We can do this. We actually have one more life, right? Oh, I missed that whole circle. That was dumb. If we have one more life, we might be good.
I'm impressed. I would have thought you'd have been shredded by now.
I hear it. I hear it, but I don't see it. I'm just booking it. Ooh, enemies revealed? That's awesome. It's got an enemy's revealed power-up. That's life-changing. Oh, there's 3 of them. 3 of them constantly gaining on me. I hope the enemy's revealed stays. That's awesome. Oh, I missed one. That's awful. This is so easy when they're revealed. We might do this. Only 50 to go. This is way too strong of a run, dude. Oh, the revealed enemies things went away. Oh, I just snuck up on one. Only 40 left. I might actually do this. I'm so far off of any available gems, though. That's the problem. The less you get, the more you're, like, hunting them. It's only going to get harder as time goes on. There's a monkey. Nope.
Right behind you.
Can't go that way. I'm giving him the old loop-de-loop. Never mind. Can't get that. Oh, come on. I thought I was going to squeeze by.
Oh dear.
Last life. Can we do it? Can we get the final 30-something thingies? I think we can. $24 to go. That's such a small. Oh my! They're on top of me already. I am surrounded. Completely surrounded. Let's keep trying that checkpoint. Obtaining an S rank is not, dude. I don't care. I don't care about the S rank. If you wanted me to get an S rank, make a better game. Is that rude of me to say? If you want me to care about it, make a great game, you know? He's on me. He's on my tail already. Oh, come on. I'm gonna just leave one gem sitting there like a loser. That's alright, there's plenty of single gems to go after while I bait these losers away. One left. It's that one I just left there. Come on.
It helps if you don't let them stab you.
Oh, the checkpoint refills your lives. That makes victory very achievable. If the checkpoint refills all 3 of your lives, that's incredible. But this is actually tough, having to get to, like, this one location without getting got. And then I gotta get back to the thing.
You've gathered all of the soul shards. The ring piece is now exposed, and the monsters will go into a frenzy. Get to the ring piece before Mr. Monkey finds you.
Yikes. This is getting even creepier. What? He's blocking it. That's not cool. We did it. Jabronis, we did it.
Who dares?
What an end to the stream.
You need to escape. Get to the portal. Hurry!
Get to the portal? Well, help me out. Close the elevator. Oh. By the skin of my teeth. By the seat of my pants. What does that mean? Scary clown music? I know. Scary clown music with just screaming chimps.
Run! Run!
There's no escape for you, mortal.
Yikes. Oh, yikes. I escaped, though. Jabronis, we did it. There's secrets? Wow, I got a B. I got a B rank. Jabronis, can you believe it? Can you believe we ended the stream on such a high note? I think that's incredible. And I thank you for... Let's be honest. The tier list could have had fewer gargoyles. I think maybe it went on too long. We're learning, you know, we're trying new things. And we're learning, and that's cool. I'm happy to learn. And I'm happy to have you learn with me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's been a great one. Where's my outro music? It was so much fun. I had a great time. I'm gonna sort all these cards on my own time, and we'll talk about how far the collection has come along in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, please get in there. If you don't use Discord, it's just a website. You can just go to it. You can just use it. I'll post the Discord link on my YouTube community tab today. If you're interested in that kind of thing. Thank you so much for hanging out. This was an experimental stream, and I think it went wonderfully. I really got to reposition this shot. I'm too high up. I gotta get way down low. There we go. Jabronis, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Ginger, BB, Brennan, welcome to the stream. Bindu, we had Strange Booze even. We had Dr. Bob. We had Sanzark. We had Keith, Drew Who. What a stacked group. Enjoy your week. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. I gotta get primed to raise the volume here. Next week is gonna be more spooky Halloween vibes. October is just gonna be spooky. And that's gonna be the case no matter who you're watching. So you might as well be here. Sanzark, that was legit good stuff. Jabroni and crew. Hell yeah. Thank you. Strange Brews went to bed. I'll be there in minutes. Minutes. Not his bed. Not your bed. I'm gonna be in my bed. Love you guys. Here we go. We're fading out. Bye, everybody. Have a great week. See you next week. Mwah.